Welcome to the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter is Pretty Janet and I am Ashley Mazuri. After spending 4 long and uncertain nights behind bars, 35-year-old web designer Rose Njeri has finally been freed. Njeri now stands accused under Kenya's Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act for allegedly deploying a program that enabled public participation on the Finance Bill 2025. Flanked by a formidable legal team, among them former Chief Justice David Maraga and Senior Counsel Kalonzo Musyoka, the defense argued that the charge she faces is not only defective, but falls short of what Kenyan law defines as crime. Here is Vera Mora with the details.
On a chilly Tuesday morning, the steps of Milimani Law Court turned into a battleground for digital rights. Dozens of activists first raised and voices roaring stood in solidarity with Rose Njeri, a 35-year-old web designer and mother of 2, demanding her immediate release. Inside courtroom number 10, the tension was electric. Lawyer Rose Njeri confronted police officers who attempted to bar the public from observing the proceedings, a move he termed unconstitutional.
How do you lock out freedom fighters? We are all freedom fighters, aren't we? Yes. Yeah, open for the freedom fighters to access justice.
Finally, Principal Magistrate Geoffrey Onsarigo took the bench, presiding over a case that could set a precedent in Kenya's evolving digital democracy. Rose Njeri, a software developer, was facing serious charges under the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act No. 5 of 2018, accused of unauthorized interference with a computer system. However, Njeri did not take plea after a High Court-powered legal team led by former Chief Justice David Maraga, Senior Counsel Kalonzo Musyoka, Senator Dan Manzo, and lawyer Rose Njeri mounted a powerful preliminary objection, arguing that the charge was defective and unconstitutional.
The finance bill requires public participation. Public participation can be achieved in very many ways. And what Rose has done is to bring it to the entire public.
Therefore, the question is, does the publication and the provisions of those websites that our client is deemed to have interfered amount to the consent by Parliament?
The Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act No. 5 of 2018, which criminalizes unauthorized interference with computer systems, implicated Rose Njeri. According to the charge sheet, Njeri is accused of knowingly creating and deploying a program on the website to facilitate public participation on the controversial Finance Bill 2025. The state says her website disrupted Parliament's internal mailing systems.
The suspect before you knowingly made a program hosted at that website that automatically generated and sent mass emails. Is there sufficient information to understand what we are alleging you to have done? The answer is easily yes.
That email address was created by Parliament for purposes of members of the public sending memorandums.
The 35-year-old and mother of 2 has spent the last 4 nights locked behind the cold steel doors of Pangani police station, held in Communicado, denied bail. But finally, Njeri will reunite with her children and seek medical attention.
The suspect herein, Rose Njeri, is hereby granted a personal bond of Kenya shillings 100,000 plus 1 contact person.
The upcoming ruling on 20th of June 2025 will be very pivotal, not just for Rose Njeri, but for Kenyans at large, as they interpret Kenya's digital freedom and the cybercrime laws. Until then, Kenya awaits. Vera Mora for KTN from Milimani Law Courts, Nairobi.
A wave of anguish and defiance ripples across the East African region as